There's been much speculation about the connections between Prince and Diddy, especially concerning Prince's outspoken stance against certain practices in the music industry. Allegedly, there was a peculiar relationship between the two artists, primarily due to Diddy's deal with Warner Brothers, the same record label Prince was vehemently opposing. Diddy's agreement with Warner mirrored the very issues Prince fought against for years, profiting from artists without fair compensation and blackballing those who exposed these injustices. This conflict became prominent when Prince released his third album, adopting a more independent approach by self-funding his recordings and maintaining ownership of his work. He stated, "I own the work because I paid for it and did all the creation. It should belong to me." However, record companies often countered by holding contracts firm, refusing to negotiate terms that would be more equitable for artists. Prince believed that these labels wouldn't survive long unless they changed their exploitative ways, emphasizing the need for better collaboration without ownership over artists' creations. Moreover, Prince and Diddy shared a personal connection beyond business. Prince had lent his house for Diddy's parties, but chose not to attend them himself, possibly due to suspicions about Diddy's activities. One notable party at Prince's residence featured performances by Tyrese and appearances by Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, creating an unusual and exclusive atmosphere. Unlike typical celebrity gatherings, Diddy's parties at Prince's house prohibited guests from bringing their own security, setting them apart from other high-profile events. This exclusivity might have made Prince uncomfortable, leading him to distance himself from Diddy's social scene. Additionally, Prince's estate was embroiled in a lawsuit with Jay-Z, a close associate of Diddy, over the unauthorized distribution of Prince's music on Tidal. The lawsuit alleged that Jay-Z's company, Roc Nation, illegally distributed 15 of Prince's albums without proper licensing. Prince's estate claimed that Tidal only had a 90-day exclusive license for a newly recorded studio album, and extending this to other works was a breach of contract. Despite Tidal's assertions of having both written and oral agreements, Prince's estate contended that the terms were fabricated and backdated, denying any extended rights to distribute his music. This legal battle highlighted the ongoing struggle between artists and major labels or affiliated entities over control and distribution rights. Prince's career was marked by his relentless fight for ownership and control over his music. Signed to Warner Music in 1977 at the age of 18, Prince initially struggled to achieve commercial success. However, his persistence paid off in the early 1980s with the release of albums like Purple Rain, which catapulted him to global stardom. As his influence grew, Prince established his own label, Paisley Park Records, with Warner handling distribution. Despite this partnership, Prince became increasingly dissatisfied with the financial terms and began publicly rebelling against Warner. In a dramatic display of his frustration, he changed his stage name to an unpronounceable symbol and appeared with the word slave written on his face, symbolizing his view that Warner owned not just his music, but his very identity. Prince's battle with Warner intensified over the years, culminating in his decision to re-record his master recordings after being denied the purchase of his original masters. In a 1999 interview with Paper magazine, he declared, "I want to buy my masters back from Warner Brothers. They said no, so I'm going to re-record them all. You will have two catalogs with the same music, except mine will be better. You can give your money to Warner or to NPG, the choice is yours." This statement underscored his commitment to artist independence and control over one's creative output. Prince frequently spoke out against the exploitative nature of record labels, criticizing their control over artists and the unfair distribution of profits. He advocated for artists to retain ownership of their work, emphasizing the importance of intellectual property rights. Tragically, Prince's defiance may have contributed to the circumstances surrounding his untimely death. In 2016, Prince passed away at the age of 57 from an accidental fentanyl overdose, found unresponsive in an elevator at his Minnesota estate. His death sparked numerous conspiracy theories, with some fans believing that Warner Brothers or other industry players were involved due to his ongoing battles over music ownership. Prince had a song titled "Let's Go Crazy" that included the line, "Don't let the elevator bring us down," which some interpreted as a premonition of his demise. Friends and colleagues noted that Prince had expressed fears about being targeted by industry giants, heightening suspicions about the true nature of his passing. Before his death, Prince had taken significant steps to reclaim his music and protect his legacy. In 2007, he announced legal action against platforms like YouTube, eBay, and the Pirate Bay for unauthorized use of his music. Eventually, he regained ownership of his name and reached a settlement with Warner, allowing him more control over his catalog. Despite these efforts, Prince's sudden death left many questions unanswered and fueled ongoing debates about the music industry's treatment of artists. Comparisons have been drawn between Prince and contemporary artists like Kanye West, who is often seen as a modern-day Prince due to his similar battles against corporate control and his advocacy for artist independence. Both artists have been vocal about the need for fair treatment and ownership rights within the music industry. However, their approaches differ, with Prince focusing more on traditional musicianship and Kanye on hip-hop and broader entertainment ventures. This comparison highlights the enduring struggle for artist autonomy and the evolving nature of the music business. Diddy, another central figure in this narrative, exemplifies the corporate side of the music industry that Prince opposed. Diddy's joint venture deal with Warner Group gave the record company a 50% stake in Bad Boy Records, ensuring substantial financial backing and distribution power. While Diddy touted the stability and longevity this partnership provided, many artists felt exploited, receiving minimal financial rewards despite their contributions to the label's success. This arrangement mirrors the very practices Prince fought against, where major labels profit disproportionately from artists' work without equitable compensation. The fallout from these practices is evident in the strained relationships between artists and their labels. Many former bad boy artists have accused Diddy of extracting maximum profit while providing little in return, leading to lawsuits and public disputes. Prince's warnings about the music industry's predatory nature resonate in these ongoing conflicts, underscoring the systemic issues that continue to plague artists seeking fair treatment and ownership of their creations. Moreover, Prince's personal interactions with industry figures like Jay-Z and Diddy reveal the complex dynamics at play. Prince trusted Jay-Z to support his artists, leading to collaborations like the deal with Tidal. However, when legal disputes arose, Prince's estate felt betrayed, reinforcing his fears about trusting major industry players. This betrayal mirrors Prince's broader mistrust of record labels and their motives, highlighting the precarious nature of artist-label relationships. Jason Lee's account of attending a Diddy party at Prince's house further illustrates the enigmatic and often fraught relationships between artists and industry moguls. The prohibition of bringing personal security to these events created an atmosphere of vulnerability and exclusivity, hinting at underlying tensions and distrust. Such environments may have contributed to Prince's decision to distance himself from Diddy, fearing ulterior motives behind these lavish gatherings. The lawsuit between Prince's estate and Roc Nation over music distribution on Tidal exemplifies the ongoing battle for control and fair compensation in the digital age. Prince's insistence on protecting his intellectual property against unauthorized distribution aligns with his lifelong mission to empower artists and resist exploitation. This legal conflict not only underscores the challenges artists face in maintaining ownership of their work, but also highlights the evolving nature of music distribution and the increasing importance of digital rights management. In the broader context, Prince's struggles and ultimate demise serve as a cautionary tale for artists navigating the complexities of the music industry. His relentless pursuit of independence and control over his music inspired many, but also placed him at odds with powerful industry players. The legacy he left behind is one of empowerment and resistance, advocating for a future where artists retain ownership and control over their creations. As the music industry continues to evolve, the lessons from Prince's battles remain relevant. The tension between artistic integrity and corporate interests persists, with new challenges emerging in the digital era. Artists today must navigate these complexities, balancing the need for financial support with the desire for creative and financial autonomy. Prince's legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of standing up for one's rights and the enduring struggle for a fair and equitable music industry. In conclusion, Prince's fight against the music industry's exploitative practices and his quest for ownership and control over his work left an indelible mark on the music world. His connections with figures like Diddy and Jay-Z, coupled with his legal battles and untimely death, highlight the ongoing tensions between artists and major labels. Prince's legacy continues to inspire artists to seek fair treatment and ownership of their creation.